The Moon Flask by Paul Seller.
Where you going?
What?
Haven't finished yet?
Hey?
Not even started, never mind finished. Where you going?
Oh, look, I'm late.
Late?
Look, I'm sorry, Frank.
Finish your tea.
It's not me anymore.
What's the matter with you?
Hey?
Talk normal, not you. What are you on about?
Well, I'm starting over.
Starting over? Look, this is me you're talking to. Don't forget who you're talking to, Ming.
Look, things are different, Frank, that's all. I've changed.
Changed?
I've had a rethink. I'm going to knuckle down. I set a good example.
Go on.
Look, I've missed my boy. 6 years, and he's growing up. I've got to straighten myself out. For Jamie, I want to be back in his life. That's what all this is about. So, I'm going to get myself a job. I'm serious, Frank.
A job?
That's right, yeah, a job.
How are you going to get a job?
I'm going to look for a job.
You can't get a job.
I'm going to get myself a job, Frank.
Who's going to give you a job?
I'll get myself a job.
You can't get a job. You're too ugly to get a job.
Leave him alone, Frank. He's a nice-looking boy.
You're an idiot. Thank you, Angel.
There you go.
You're spoiling me, darling. You're spoiling me.
HP, Daddy's sauce, ketchup, salt and vinegar, all on the table. Is that everything, Frankie?
Yes, Petal, I think so. For now.
I'll leave you boys to it, then. Know how you like your privacy.
Thank you, Jan. Won't be 5 minutes.
It's all right, Frank. No rush. I won't open up. Not till you finish.
Thank you, darling. It's nice here. Home from home. Nothing changes, not even the wallpaper. But always good for a strong cup of tea, full English and a slice of fried toast. It never lets me down, that's what I like about it. No, what was you saying about a job?
Just that I'm going to get myself one.
But I'm giving you one.
But that's not a job.
It is a job.
I don't want that sort of job.
What sort of job? You ain't even heard the job. You ain't even heard about a bleeding job.
Frank.
Finish the tea.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Gone all soppy on me. Your boy's growing up. It's time to toughen up, not go the other way.
But it's just how it is now. I'm changed.
Changed? You know, in the old days, the villains, when they gave their oath, you know what they'd say? I should go to work. It's like swearing on your mother's life, that was. That's how they gave their word. I should go to work, Gov. Because that was the worst thing they could think of that could happen to them. That they should go to work. And here you are, bold as brass, unabashed, totally unashamed. I don't know. I hardly recognise the world now. I don't know what to make of it. But take round here, the old days you'd have cafes. Not cafes, but cafes. Like this one, but everywhere, with mugs of tea, 3 or 4 sugars, bacon roll, page 3. Now it's all posh sarnie shops, bruschetta and lattes. It's all gone soft. Soft like you. You going to the big school yet, is he?
No, not yet, Frank. No, that's after the summer.
New start.
That's right. Thanks for the tea, Frank, and for everything. No, and I mean that.
Funny thing is, it was a good job I'd lined up for you.
Look, I'm sorry, Frank. You'll have to find yourself someone else from now on.
OK. And when was this?
6 months ago.
You'd just come out of Wandsworth?
Yeah.
And Frank was the first person you went to see?
Oh, typical copper, George, full of questions.
It's my business.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, I saw Frank straight away. I wanted to get it over with fast. So now I'm looking round for work. I'm trying to get any old job, which was OK till they'd done me back in. And then I couldn't get anything. Not with a record, no qualifications and no home. I was skint. I was kipping in the bloody park, close from the Salvation Army, washing myself in a public baths. This is me, George. Me, for God's sake. I was Jack the bloody Biscuit not so long ago, rolling in it.
Mr. McManus? Change of circumstances. Section 4.
OK.
Have you done any work, paid or unpaid, in the last fortnight?
No.
And have you actively been seeking work?
Yes.
OK. If you'd just like to sign and date.
Makes you feel small, George, and helpless, and the lure of crime. I mean, I could go back to what I know and I'd be all right. Sort of. But I couldn't. I had to change. start over. And anyway, I couldn't risk another stretch. They'd throw the book at me this time. Judge made that clear, and Tina would have taken Jamie off me for good. And nothing else matters to me nowadays, apart from Jamie. He's all I ever really think about. How's he doing then, our little boy?
Not so little anymore.
No, he's not, is he? Oh.
Starting to ask questions.
Of course.
What can I tell him?
I know, Teen. I know. At school.
It's school, Mick.
What's that supposed to mean?
Teacher says he's a bit quiet.
Quiet?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Quiet? Oh, mind you, there's nothing worse than a big mouth, is there? Quiet? What was he quiet for?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. And I didn't.
No, of course not.
And it wasn't just that. It was also, well, his grades had gone bad. And Tina said he was always good at school when he was much younger. And then it all fell off, and now his attendance was bad.
Bunking off.
No.
No? Well, why does it say here that you're never there? Where are you? Don't you like school then, Jamie? No? Yeah, but what's happened to your jacket? What's all this?
Nothing.
Nothing, no. It's all ripped. You just snagged it on the way home. Yeah? Did you? On the railings? Hey, it can happen. And Mum says your shirt got torn too. And mind you, you're out playing football and that. It's a bit physical, isn't it, eh? Of course it does. Yeah. I was kidding myself, George.
Right.
Didn't want to face it, but I can't stand bullies. Even inside Wandsworth, I couldn't just stand by and watch. My cellmate was a Latvian. And look, I don't know what he'd done, but he was getting it from all sides. I had to step in. Oi! Anyone starts on Grigor, they start on me. You got it? And don't forget, I had Frank covering me inside, so that did the trick.
Thank you, my friend. You are a good man, with a good heart.
And I am as well, deep down. I hate bullying. And now I'm out and I find my own boys having a tough time of it. Well, I could only ignore the signs for so long. You would tell me, wouldn't you, mate, if something was up? I mean, you would say something. I'd half a mind to go round there and sort the little bastards out myself. Only might have made things worse. And I was trying to become a different sort of example now anyway. Talk to me, Jamie. He won't talk.
I know.
And he's withdrawn, sort of classic signs.
Look, he's starting big school after the summer.
Right.
He'd be able to start again, though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, of course. New start, eh, for all of us, really. Am I?
Yeah.
So. Nice strong cup of tea, that.
And have you been actively seeking work in the last fortnight?
Yes.
Okay. If you'd like to just sign and date.
And I get referred to Job Club after 6 months. 6 long months of signing. I'll tell you, it crushed me, that did. But Jamie, well, he'd started his new school and blow me, he's happy.
He's like a new boy, all smiles.
Oh, that's terrific.
And they're all bonding, the whole class, over this summer camp. Jamie's so excited.
He started talking to me.
Dad,
Yeah?
how far is Bordeaux from Dover?
A few hours, tops.
And the train goes right down under the sea.
It does, Jamie, yeah, that's right.
Will I see an octopus?
Well, I don't know about that, son, but you'll see plenty of things to look at in Bordeaux.
Vineyards and castles. Do you know they're not called castles in France?
No?
No, chateaux.
Oh.
And we're having canoeing, and campfires in the evening, and football in the day. And we get to go to Paris on the way back.
Oh. Well, it sounds daft, George, but I felt like I'd got my Jamie back.
It don't sound daft at all, Mick.
He's the only thing that kept me going. The frustration of not getting any work. And really get to you.
Yeah, I can imagine, Mick. Nothing bores me more than a day off.
But it's the waste. Just wasting my life away. I had enough of that inside. Anyway, a new start.
Welcome to Job Club. My name is Maureen, and first off, I'd like you all to give yourselves a quick round of applause just for making it along today. In the afternoon, we'll have seminars and some speakers.
Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life.
Remember, There is no such word as can't.
Luck is when a moment of opportunity meets a lifetime of preparation.
And for now, if you'd like to get into your groups and just get to know each other. Now, you're not going to hide under your cap all day, are you, young man? That's better, I can see you now. This is your second time round, isn't it?
That was Chris. Nice fella. But he weren't happy.
Treating me like a child, man. Like a little child.
And he didn't like it.
I don't want your free sandwich. No egg and cress. No chicken salad, no nothing. Stop asking me. Just let it go. I don't want to be here at all, yeah, so just leave it, blood.
He was angry, and I can understand that. Some of the others were less bothered by it. Ned was the calmest. He'd
started out on the pier as a magician just to get my equity card, and as a young actor, a few good years, Barton Rep, then the RSC. Was snobby. In those days, didn't have a lot of time for TV, and now, in the autumn of my career, I'm afraid telly doesn't have a lot of time for me.
John Collins.
Sat-nav floored us. Pushed us under like a lot of the smaller cab firms. Down here now, doing the knowledge. Always be black cabs. Just got to pass the blooming thing. Still, fifth time lucky, eh?
Ali.
The galleries all say the same thing. That they admire my work, but if it weren't for my signature, they'd have no idea who it was by. That I need to define my style. Find my voice.
All of us thrown together. And little did we know, George, little did we know.
Know what?
I'm coming to it. But point is, everyone was at their wits' end one way or another.
Can't lose our sense of humour, though. Can't let them take that off us, too. No, I just want to do an honest day's work. It's just so hard to know what I'm doing wrong. Fella turns up to an interview and complains that he can't get a job. Interviewer's surprised. Well, you're a great candidate. Qualified, presentable, terrific track record. What's the problem? Not sure. I think I'm too honest, he says. Oh, I don't think honesty is necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, well, I never asked for your bloody opinion, did I? Too honest, see? Terrible. But you can't be too honest if you want to get ahead. Got to at least play the game.
Kiss the right asses.
It was ever thus.
So, we're licking our wounds, and then it all starts when two latecomers join our group. Raj and Ethel. Ethel was a nice old lady, and Raj was a big old Hounslow boy.
She should be retired by now. And who's he? He's not come to blow us up, has he? No, he's not Muslim, he's Sikh. Seek and ye shall find. Here, hope it gets better, mate.
They're coming over.
So we sat round in our group and got to know one another. We'd all lost something. Raj had lost his business.
I had a lot of top doors. Big security firm. Our boys were everywhere and we had a turnover of 2.2, but we overexpanded. Next time I'll build up slow.
And Ethel was recently bereaved.
It all happened so fast. 1 minute he was larking about, and the next his face went white and he just dropped down dead. Well, I was so confused and upset, and then with the funeral and bailiffs, I didn't know if I was coming or going. And they took advantage of me. Dealer come round for the house clearance and gave me £800 for the lot. And that included the vase.
The vase?
Yeah, that's right. And it wasn't just any old vase either.
No, it wasn't, George. It was the Moon Flask.
Bloody hell.
Oh, I know. That was our reaction too.
At just 9 inches tall, the little Moon Flask dates back to the 18th century.
Moon Flask was unearthed in a standard house clearance in
Moon Flask, originally thought to be part of a pair, is believed to have found its way to Europe, where it was ransacked from a royal palace during the
Interest in the diminutive Moon Flask from abroad intensifies as the Asian art fair draws near.
Some experts believe that the rare Qinglong vase is expected to fetch in excess of £3 million.
And to think we'd used it as a doorstop.
Who'd ignore it?
Going for all that money. And I won't see a penny of it. Not a blooming penny. That's terrible.
That's outrageous. In the old days, I'd have nicked it back for you.
Not a bad thought.
I wish you would, Mick.
Well, maybe we should.
And it became a sort of running joke.
Well, imagine we were going to steal it. How would we go about it?
Just idle banter to pass the time.
Raj, you could be the inside man.
Me? What are you saying?
Well, you're in security.
Yeah, but my firm's bust.
Still, you've got inside knowledge.
Yeah, enough to know it can't be done.
But the more they joked about it, the less of a joke it became.
You for real? You don't have any idea of the security measures that they'll put in place.
No, but you do.
Exactly.
Exactly. To be forewarned is to be forearmed.
And we're all resourceful people.
Yeah, each of us has something to bring to the table. What do they call it here? Complementary skill sets. Individual expertise.
I'd be the getaway.
And what would I be? I mean, what's my role? I went in.
You're the muscle hour kid, the athlete.
Yeah? Oh, I'm a bit out of shape, but I still got to turn the pace.
He was ex-Premiership, Chris. 2 seasons in the top flight before being loaned out to City, where he was crocked in a 4th-round replay.
Chris? Not Chris Clark-Wilson?
Yeah, that's him.
Thought I recognised you.
That's why I hide under the cap, bruv. I can't be doing with it in here. I can't stand the pity.
No, nor me. And even from my parents. So bloody patronising.
And she was fired up. She wanted to steal it.
I'm afraid I've been wrestling with my conscience. It's theft and fraud, and it's wrong. I've always prided myself on being a good citizen. I'm not a criminal.
Well, it's not really a crime.
Pretty victimless.
Hey, I'm the blooming victim.
That's right. It's Ethel's vase. We're just returning it.
And I'd cut you all in on the money. Of course I would. Fair and square.
Yeah, with plenty to go around too. I mean, even on the black market.
And who would we be defrauding anyway? A Chinese billionaire, a US oil tycoon, a city hedge fund? I reckon I could still sleep straight in me bed.
Well, put like that.
And all property is theft, and you can't steal from a thief. Let's not be prisoners of our own conscience. The vase could be our way out. As the manifesto says, man is born free, but will roam everywhere in chains.
Yeah, especially if we get caught.
Well, let's make sure we don't, Raj.
And with that, the plot to steal the vase began to form.
But still, how do you get a bunch of law-abiding citizens to consider theft on that scale?
Well, it was tough out there.
Fallout of one of the worst downturns in recent
A
memory.
lack of opportunity, coupled with rising unemployment, has seen some worrying trends, not least a sharp increase in first-time crime.
And of course they needed the money.
Could have my own studio.
Cover me daughter's wedding.
Pay for my physio.
And save Barton Repertory Theatre Company.
But the risk.
People get desperate, George.
What's to lose? I ain't got no prospects here. Music studio, Footlocker. Can't even get them, bruv. It's a joke.
It is. And here's another one for you, Chris. Got football, unfairness, everything, this one.
John would make light of it at times, but he was as angry as any of them.
Manager calls in his goalie, sits him down. You're the worst we've ever had. You've let in 44 goals at an average of 6 a match. You can't catch to save your life, and quite frankly, you're a bloody liability. That said, I'm going to give you another chance come Saturday. Now, what have you got to say for yourself? Thanks, Dad. Terrible. I'm making a point. It's who you know, see?
I always thought John's politics was a bit of bluster. He was just upset. And all he really wanted was to...
Look me daughter in the eye again. And how can I, when I can't even afford to give her a wedding?
So, as I say, all of them, for one reason or another, desperate. And this was their chance to show they weren't useless, that they could do their jobs and get paid at the same time. So, they came to me. This time for real. They'd heard all the rumours. The Gatwick Express.
Vauxhall Vault.
The lost Rembrandt.
A little vase should be a walk in the park for you. You can mastermind it. Tell us what to do.
Maybe in another life.
Come on, Nick.
You could put this together in your sleep. You're the top of the tree.
But I'm a changed man. I'm reformed.
Leopards and spots.
It could be your swan song.
Yeah, go out with a bang.
One last hurrah?
Look, I'm sorry, but I can't. It's just not me anymore.
But we can't do it without you, our kid.
We need you.
Please, Mick. But at least think about it.
Tempted?
Oh, sure. More I was stuck in job club, more tempted I got. I was stone broke. The pot had dwindled, and this was a lifeline. And for once, I wouldn't be stealing to order. Yes, I've stolen priceless art before, George, you know that. But what do I get for it? Few grand tops. I do it for a backer. They bankroll me, and I take all the risk, and I don't see much of the money, that's for sure. But this time, I'd be my own boss. And, hey, don't laugh, George, but I started to get to quite like them all, you know, as people. And they could all use the cash, and so could I. So, yes, I was tempted. But I wasn't going to risk it. I left them disappointed. And went to see Jamie.
He's upset.
Upset? Well, what's up?
Nothing's up.
Well, why can't I see him then? Something's happened, didn't it? What's happened?
He's not going, Mick.
Not going?
Summer camp. The other parents got together. They couldn't understand why they all had to pay a bit extra for Jamie.
Pay extra?
Yeah.
I thought the school were paying.
No. And so the parents complained. The teacher told me he was sorry, but that maybe it's better in some ways.
Better? What are you talking about?
Well, ever since they all had to pay a bit more, the boys had been giving him a hard time. He'd sit down for lunch, they'd get up. If he walked into a room, they'd go quiet.
Bastards.
At least all that will stop now.
Yeah. It weren't right. I had to sort it out, George.
Of course you did.
Jamie? Now come in.
No, go away. I hate you.
Come on, Jamie, it's me, it's your dad. Come on, just a quick word. Jamie, please, come on, I just want to say something to your son. Hey. Thanks, mate.
What do you want?
To talk. Here. It's a bit creased up. I kept it under my pillow, but look, that's us. You see? You were happy then, before I went away. You remember that day?
No.
Of course you do.
No, I don't.
Grandma's. Look, we're by the fence. You see the railings in the background?
So what?
Look, Jamie, I know you're upset with me and you've every right. I'm not going to dress it up. I've been no sort of dad to you at all. I've just not been there for you, and I'm the first to admit it. But I'm back now, and I've learned, and I'm here for you because I missed you, Jamie, and I love you.
No, you don't.
I do, and I want us to start afresh, right? I get myself back on my feet, and I'm going to make it up to you. For starters, I'm going to make sure you go to France with everyone else, and you'll pay your own way, thank you very much. No one's going to hurt you or push you around or nothing anymore. I won't let them, I promise. So, what do you say, mate? Hey? You want to give the old man one more chance? Hey?
Okay.
Hey, good. Good, hey? I'll get you back on that trip. Don't you worry.
Thanks.
Hey, come here. Mwah.
You out of your mind?
I'll get the money.
You break his bloody heart.
I'll get it.
Get it? It's 577 quid with the spending money.
577.
Plus VAT.
I'll get it.
You won't get it. Look at you. You're a loser.
I said I'll get it, and I'll bloody well get it.
How?
Reconnaissance. Raj?
The vase goes under the hammer during the Asian Art Fair. That's 8 weeks.
Right, okay, good lead time.
The auction house is just outside Twickenham, on the bend of the river.
Large building, 2 floors, high vaulted ceiling.
Used to be a ginger beer factory. I've drawn up some floor plans here. You can see all exits and entrances, stairwells, etc.
Oh, blimey. It's like the Magnificent Seven, this, eh? The Dirty Dozen, like we're doing a real number on it.
We'll have to. On the day there'll be security, uniformed as a deterrent, and plain clothes as well. Police response time from an alarm inside 2 minutes.
I'll be long gone by then.
We'll have to be. Now, when can I see the vase?
It'll be on display prior to auction at a Mayfair gallery, just for a few days. Viewing by appointment.
Okay. I'll need to see it from every angle, in private if possible, and just get to hold it. Just sit with it for a while.
We plotted and planned over the next 6 weeks. No stone unturned. We pooled our knowledge, and where we didn't know, we asked. We had all sorts of expertise at our fingertips in the job club, and we made good use of it.
Apparently, if you've got a large building, they don't always bother to alarm the roof. They think it's too high.
Best way to have a flash blackout is simple. Locate the mains, usually in a small cupboard, snap it off and on.
Air ducts are too small. They wouldn't support the weight of a cat, never mind a person.
We kept it tight. Small circle of trust. We told no one outside of the group, and we'd reconvene at various locations on a daily basis.
Ooh, nice to meet outdoors for once.
Get those few last drops of fresh air while we're still free.
Oh, don't joke, John.
Not now.
Who's joking? This'll be hard enough for pros and a man to rabble like us.
At a point, we're not talking about seasoned operators here.
Did you order the clay?
Yes, and paid cash.
Good.
And it's been delivered to the printworks.
Ali, that's a trail. It leads back to us. Think.
It got worse.
Right. All souped up. At a turbo charge. Mates rates $9.99. Gave him a tenner. Good job I kept the change.
Talk about amateur hour, and Ned was struggling.
Hello, James Beijing from the Little Times. What
Don't tell me I got it wrong again. Do you think Laurence Olivier had these problems?
You got the words jumbled.
I wouldn't mind, but you've only got one bloody line, Ned.
Yes, I think that's the trouble. I'm overthinking it.
Sound like a right shower. Yes, but not to be underestimated.
There we go. Just needed a new carburettor, that's all.
Don't worry, Mick. I went to collect the clay myself. Signed for it at the depot.
You signed for it?
Yep. As Minnie Mouse. They didn't even blink.
May I join you?
Who the hell are you?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Who are you, fella?
Oh, James Little, Beijing Times.
Ned. He transformed himself. So, 4 weeks to go, and the training stepped up.
That's it, Chris. That's it. 12.3.
Yeah?
Yeah. Getting there.
I'll get under 12. Don't worry. I can feel it.
Meanwhile, Ned took Ethel and Raj to Barton Rep.
Here you go, Ned. Keys to wardrobe.
Thank you, Nellie.
Now, cosses are still on first floor, arranged by period. Hair and makeup upstairs, and props, set materials and dressing rooms are all on ground floor.
Yes, that's great, Nellie. Bless you.
That's
Thank you.
my pleasure.
Oh, this is a nice shawl for Ali. Is it thick enough, though, the material?
Yes, it is. That should be fine.
3 weeks to auction, and I went with Ali to Clerkenwell. One down, and one to go.
But the second one's a Yale.
And this is acetate. We're in.
Here we go. 1, 9, 3, 8. Oh, right. It's all ours.
Good.
Oh, it's funny being back. Oh, I love the smell of these old printworks. God, they're so empty now. In our third year, we all practically lived in here. It was full of bustle. Just warm her up. This is the one we'll use. It prints well onto metal.
Metal? You'll see why. All in good time, George. I was piecing all this together, and we'd reconvene every morning.
Anyone else for sugar?
Yeah, just the one, Tar Ethel.
There you go. Chris?
Yeah, 2, please.
Just as it is for me, thanks, Ethel.
John?
1.5, Tar, love. Thanks. Now, I've set up the two-way radio from the cab office. Lucky I sneaked it out before the receivers got their mucky paws on it.
Yeah, very lucky.
Yes, that'll enable easier comms.
I gave them all their CB names. Lucky greyhounds, all of them. Long shots, but winners.
So that just leaves Silver Arrow and Rio.
I'm Rio.
Okay, John, so who's Silver Arrow?
Me.
Cool, Raj.
1 week to go and some doubts creeping.
I can't do it.
Of course you can.
No. Look, I don't know, Ali. Look, I haven't got the bottle like I used to have.
Parsons. To Lightfoot. To Silver. To Clark Wilson! Oh, dear. Ever since he missed that sitter at Goodison, his every touch is greeted with ironic cheers.
And I let them get to me, Ali.
I know how that feels.
You're always criticising me. No wonder I haven't got anywhere. I'm stifled.
Stifled?
You can't blame us, darling.
I don't. I blame myself for listening to you about me.
Ali was finding her voice.
Don't let them have the last word on you, Chris. You're too good for that.
What was that for?
I don't know, but I liked it.
And it did the trick.
Come on, Chris, come on! Got it!
Under 12.
11.9, our kids.
Yes! Get in there!
More like it. And John had been putting in the hours on the knowledge, learning the runs.
131.
Shortlands to Edith Grove.
Yes.
SW10, leave on Tolgate Road, head east, use North End Road and Old Brompton Road and Redcliffe Gardens.
Yep. 132.
Elm Park Gardens to Exmouth Street.
Yes, bruv.
North into Cranley Gardens and Gloucester Road, north through Kensington Road, High Street, Church Street, and then via Campden Hill Road and Ladbroke Grove.
Smashing it, bro, smashing it. Yeah.
Nice to see everyone suddenly with a bit of a spring in their step, George. Something to go for, showing that they can do their jobs after all. Almost as priceless as the vase, that is. And if we ever doubted ourselves, we remembered what we'd been told at the job club.
Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life.
Remember, there is no such word as can't.
Luck is when a moment of opportunity meets a lifetime of preparation.
Kept us going. And we didn't look back, didn't dare. Now, the auction house, Braithwaite's, was a secluded little warehouse, all shuttered down at night. John and Chris went over for a recce. 2 exits and 2 entrances. Make that 3.
Chris, are you here?
Yeah, just lowering myself down now.
And?
Yeah, there's 3 vents that we can use for the smoke canisters. Yes. And I found the main switch.
Meanwhile...
Keep these with the make.
Yeah.
Oh, take this too. The tash is for Chris and the contact lenses.
Oh.
This is my trilby.
Oh.
That's like that.
2 days to go, and we reconvened in the old print works. Prepped our thinking, handed out materials for last-minute tweaks.
Blimey, look at all these afros. We'll look like Fellini in these.
Try one on, Raj. See how it fits.
He's big.
We'll be more Jackson 5 than Ocean's 11.
We don't all have to wear them, just Raj.
I was going to say, we're on a heist, not a stag do.
Now, we all had disguises, George. The wig hid Raj's turban. Ali made it all somehow look natural too. And all of our disguises were simple, but actually very effective, because they were lifelike, you know? And Ned, he was a fine actor. And it's just as well. It was vital to get him and Ali in the private room with the vase. He was very talented, just that he'd suffered more than his fair share of reversals.
Jean, sorry, I was wondering, on this line, might it be better if I to sit? Just think of my character.
Yes. Sorry, Ned. You're off the picture.
What?
Said you were difficult.
Difficult? No, not at all. What? I merely...
Maybe it's time, eh?
Time? No, I've just secured a full season of Barton Rep.
Yes, I meant to talk to you about that. Barton's had its grant cut. Or maybe we should face it, Ned. It's over.
So, again, Ned was bang up for this, probably why he was a bit nervous at first, but now he was in the swing of it.
Afternoon, sir. James Little, UK correspondent of the Beijing Times. Would we be okay to set up here? How was that?
Good.
Little arch, though.
Oh.
I'll simplify it. Morning, it's Beijing Times. We brought our own lighting. Hope you don't mind.
Not at all, sir. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
We'll clear the area so you can get some good shots of the vase.
Yeah, perfect.
So the photos of the vase were to help Ali make the copy.
That's it, and she got to actually hold it, touch it.
Feel it, Raj. It's the treated clay, kaolinite.
It's really spongy.
And soft. It's easy to work with. And it just feels really primitive somehow.
Yeah. Well, it looks proper old.
Like the original. It's been aged in sewage.
No.
Yeah. Boiled in meat broth and then buried in dung.
No.
Still a little smooth on the base. I just need to rough that up.
Now, there's more to all this than meets the eye, George.
I thought as much.
But bear with me. I'm telling you everything in the best way I can. To put you in the picture.
Sure.
Now, Ned was calling on all his old skills as a stage magician.
It took me a while, but it's actually very simple. It just requires a custom-made mirror in an antique style and a dark cloth.
Everything was in place. We were ready.
The Asian Art Fair reaches its climax today.
The centrepiece of the auction is the Moon Flask.
The little vase was unearthed in a standard house clearance in Twickenham.
It was bought as part of a job lot for just £800.
Interest intensifies as the beautiful ornament attracts several competing bids from the
The
Far
vase is
East.
set to go under the hammer at about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Lot 1. A yellow glazed figure of a hand. Tang Dynasty. Shall we say £140?
We were off.
Lot 55. A Chinese porcelain bowl enamelled with dragon, phoenix and flaming...
This is Colonel Pom. Come in, Sparta Ray.
Sparta Ray, receiving.
You all in place?
Yes, bruv.
Lot 115. A Chinese armchair. Late 18th century to early 19th...
Come in, Rio. This is Colonel Pom.
Rio receiving, over.
Stand by, Rio.
Lot 250. A Yao Chu alms bowl. Northern Sung Dynasty.
Silver Arrow, Penny Lane. This is Colonel Pom.
Penny Lane, receiving.
Silver Arrow, receiving.
Stand by.
Lot 454. Oriental Cabinet, from Chinese elm and lacquered in a dreamy typhoon grey. Withdrawn.
Ned, in character as the antiques dealer, placed it in the auction along with the mirror. He then withdrew the cabinet at the top of the sale. Why? It'll come clear.
Lot 500. A bronze tiger.
And go.
I have £60 on the book. Do we have 80 anywhere? 80? 80.
Charity car wash, sir.
Only £1. Promotion for Poplar Cars.
Doing us all, are you?
That's right, the whole fleet.
Just working our way down the rank.
Well, good cause, I suppose. Nice day for it, too. Go on, then.
Thanks, sir.
What's the car wash about?
It will come clear, George. I promise.
Lot 744. Rather attractive piece, as you can see. A Thai gilt bronze Buddhistic figure. Modern, kneeling, hands together in prayer. Straight in with me at £3,000.
Warhawk, this is Colonel Pom.
Come in, Colonel Pom, this is Warhawk.
Good. Everything in place?
Yes, one of the lights needed adjusting and the mirror had to be rehung, but yes, we're all set now.
Good. You stand by.
Lot 755.
And go.
Lot 788.
And go.
Lot 794.
And go.
And now we come to the big one. Lot 800. The Moon Flask. Yes, let's welcome her in. Why not? And there she is, before your eyes. Plenty of interest, so it could be a long night. Straight in with me at £500,000. 5.5. Very good. And 6. And 50. 7. 7. And 50. 8. That's £800,000. 850.
Well, this was it. We were well placed. Me from the safety of my bunker, which was the back room of a betting shop near the old dog track, wired up with CCTV, with a little help from Raj.
Simplest way would be to smuggle in your own cameras. They can be very discreet these days. Can be hidden in lapels.
My cameras watching their cameras. Ned was in position at the back of the auction room. Chris was near the front, having marked his exit. Raj was near the side entrance at the ready. Ethel was by the main switch. And Ali was sat in the side gallery with her dark shawl. I had a feeling we might just pull this off. Well, we had to.
What are you doing?
Packing.
Oh, love.
What?
There'll be other trips.
No, I'm going on this one. Dad's getting me the money. He said so, and I believe him.
850. And 9. And 9. 950.
She's booked the keep. The castle's far too much for the reception, but the ceremony could be in the grounds earlier, and...
Hey, book the castle.
The castle?
Just book it, love. I'll cover it.
But...
Have a bit of faith in me, love, eh? I won't let you down. You'll see.
£950,000. And 50. Chris, long time no see. How are you doing, stranger?
Yeah, Coach. I'm on the up. You know, things are cooking.
Good. You here for the game?
Yeah. And to see Ron. I've done my physio and I'd like to train with the club again. You know, maybe get a run out.
That's £1 million. £1 million. 1 million 1. 1 million 2. 1 million 3.
Could be anyone online. American, Russian, mainland China, who knows? I mean, the Peking pound is frightening these days.
4 million 7. 4 million 8. 4 million and 9. Do we have 5? 5 million in the room? 5 million we have. Now the rest of you can join in the bid.
I told them not to panic, not to worry, that it was all in the prep. Eh? But who was I kidding? Anything can go wrong at any minute. Just takes one little slip.
Of course.
Human error. Someone to drop something, camera to pick something up. I mean, it's a long shot with pros, never mind with a bunch of bleeding amateurs. And true to form, we had a few moments in the run-up. Rio, come in, Rio. This is Colonel Pom calling. Where are you, Rio?
Spot array. They've blocked them. The back of the vents. I can't put the canisters in.
Walk to Colonel Pom. They've moved to the second mirror.
But to be fair, they didn't crumble.
Okay, I'm good. I've taken the backs of the vents and put the canisters deep in the back of the valves.
The smoke canisters would pop, one after another, to cause a distraction. Ethel would detonate them over a mobile.
Yes, that's it. Just move the mirror left a bit.
Left, yeah.
A little more to the left.
Yeah?
Yes, hang it there. Perfect. Looks wonderful. Thank you.
Rio? Come in, Rio. Rio?
This is Rio receiving. Come in, Colonel Pom.
All back on track.
13,009,000. 13,900,000 pounds. And 50? And 50 we have. 14 million? 14 million? 14 million we have. 14 million pounds. 14 million? Any advance on 14? All out in the book? All out on the lines? Are we all out in the room? At 14 million pounds, I'm going to sell it now. At 14, last chance, sold for 14 million pounds.
The vase! Stop him!
Where's he gone?
He's vanished! He just vanished into the wall!
What are you talking about?
Ali had hung her shawl over a small mirror at the side, and in the blackout she pulled it off to expose the glass. Light comes back on, throws onto a second mirror, which hits a third. So, looked like Chris was running up the front stairs, but really he was running down the back. Bought him time to get to the exit. Security running the wrong way, and the only man near the back stairs now was Raj.
Got him! He's here at the back!
Go for me!
Give it here!
Put that down! Don't let him go! Let go, okay? Back up!
Get him!
Walk back here!
Here you go.
The vase.
All in one piece, too.
Thank you. My goodness, thank you. We have the vase, ladies and gentlemen. Unscathed and whole. Where's he gone, the thief?
Fled, but they're after him.
Earlier this afternoon, the Moon Flask, a rare Qinglong vase, sold for a staggering £14 million.
A Chinese property billionaire is thought to be behind the purchase.
Hammer came down to rapturous applause, but the drama didn't stop there.
No, it bloody didn't, George. The vase which Raj wrestled off of Chris was the fake. They switched it with a real one during the blackout.
So, where was the real one?
It was snaffled into the Oriental cabinet, which was smuggled out of the auction house and into the back of John's cab. John was about to make his getaway when a copper took a passing interest in him.
You okay, sir?
Yeah, fine, thanks, officer.
Are you warm?
Warm?
Just that you're perspiring.
Oh, just a little tired.
Tired?
Didn't sleep well.
Lot on your mind?
No, just, you know.
Been parked up long?
Not long, just pulled up.
You seen any unusual activity in the area?
No.
That was a quick answer.
Well, no,
Well, that's okay. Don't worry. We've had reports of an attempted burglary. Just wonder if you'd seen anything out of the ordinary?
Me? No, nothing.
Where have you come from? Simple question.
I know,
Not such a quick answer this time. Just, step outside the cab, would you? I'm just going to run a vehicle check and take a look at your paperwork.
Sure, no worries. I'll just grab me here. Oh! Chris, thank God! Just in the nick of time.
He's out cold.
You in?
Yeah, go!
Shit!
No fence!
Oh my good God!
Suspect in private hire car, Poplar Cars logo, yellow and black, Ford Galaxy Edge LD03VWR.
Copy, private hire cab, yellow and black, Poplar Cars, Lima Delta 03, Victor Whiskey Romeo.
Suspect on Eaton Road, turning right, that's right, onto Paradise Road, A307, approaching T-junction, vehicle turning right.
This is Colonel Pom. Colonel Pom calling Rio. Where are you, Rio?
I'm in the bloody car. Where do you think I am?
It's Chris with you.
Vehicle moving forwards onto the A205, through lights. Suspect has run lights, ignored stop sign. Suspect now driving extremely dangerously, turning left.
Warhawk, this is Colonel Pom.
Warhawk standing by.
And go.
Suspect now driving on the wrong side of the A205, doubling back onto Heath Road. Vehicle heading down towards A207 northbound.
Roadblocks. I can see. Oh, no, John, no, what are you doing?
Vehicle has mounted curb and is now driving into the exit of a public car park.
Stay with him, Tango 4.
Vehicle driving at high speed and now turned wrong way down Nightingale Lane. And driver ignoring roadblock and vehicle driving straight at roadblock, ignoring stop stick. Vehicle now driving on the wrong side of the road up Nightingale Lane.
Suspect emerged north onto Church Lane. Copy, Tango 4, stay on him.
Right, let's open her up, see what she's made of. Come on, go!
Easy!
Vehicle now travelling at extreme high speed, heading north of Church Lane.
Vehicle LD03VWR spotted south of Church Lane. Copy, Tango 4.
LD03VWR stationary outside Burger King on Grove Avenue.
Conflicting report, LD03VWR spotted on M4, Junction 6.
2 further sightings of LD03VWR on M4 roundabout southbound and on the B286 north.
False plates. Several of popular cars, black and yellow, now on false plates, all reading LD03VWR.
These are what Ali used the metal printer for.
When did they stick them on? Oh, the car wash. Ghosts.
Yes, and Ned, displaying his full repertoire of character voices, he called the cabs out to various addresses within a 5-mile radius of the Salrose.
Could I have a car, please, as soon as possible to 13 Grove Avenue?
Yeah, mate. Could you send a car on 44 Flood
Yes,
Lane?
I'd like a cab, please, to 16 Pope's Grove Mansion.
Come around 24A Forest Garden.
Cabs with the same plate were heading out thick and fast in all directions, and this was pulling the police all over the show.
Tango 4. Back up on way, Tango 4.
Delta 5 turning left into Pope's Grove Mansion. Foxtrot 3 turning right into Pope's Grove Mansion. Charlie 9 driving up into Pope's Grove Mansion.
Tango 4. Back up patrols involved in 3-way collision. Where are you, Tango 4?
This is Tango 4, heading north on Nightingale Lane. Suspect no longer visible on A2324. Repeat, suspect vehicle no longer in sight.
Lost them? Yes, mate. Yeah, they've gone.
Hey, we've only gone and bloody lost them!
They had as well.
Where the hell have you been? Don't ask. Come on, let's get out the boots.
Here, give me that. Here we go.
Fire extinguisher all over the cab, removes any traces, DNA, fingerprints, the lot. And contrary to press reports, we had the vase.
Earlier this afternoon, Braithwaite's in Twickenham, a sleepy auction house on the banks of the river, became the scene of a daring and elaborate heist.
Security on the day ensured the vase was recovered unscathed and returned in one piece to
Heist involved the use of CB radios, misdirections, a set of exploding smoke canisters, a timed blackout, and a magic trick involving smoke and a set of 3 mirrors, one of which was in the safe.
The gang and their whereabouts are unknown to the
The
police.
robbers managed to evade capture, but were forced to flee the scene empty-handed.
Hardly. Well, this is it. So, I'm in the car with the vase and with Raj. He's sticking to me like glue. We drive up the A1 and meet my contact. Turned off onto a quiet little fen road. Nothing for miles.
Have we passed it? There. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Pokey little Chinese restaurant. We go in. It's quiet. But then, that's how they like it. It's a front, of course it is. Laundry. A few tables in today. There's not many, though. 6 Chinese waiters. Immaculate. Black shirts, red ties. Yeah, waiters my arse. Hey, I reckon they was more tooled up than the Royal Fusiliers.
Evening, gentlemen. Table for 2?
Yeah, at the back there, by the window.
Certainly.
Now, a few things surprised me. The first was not that my contact was there, but that he didn't smile as I came in. He saw me, I saw him, but he didn't smile. And the second was that he was sat with a guest in the corner. 15 years I've known him, and he's never been sat here with no one. And now he's got a guest. Ethel.
You took your time.
Took the scenic route, did you?
We got a bit lost, boss.
We were starting to wonder.
Blimey, so Raj and Ethel were working for Frank all along?
Yeah, they weren't job seekers. Frank was behind this. No mistake. I've been set up. That was never Ethel's vase. And I might have known. And Raj, security, yeah, that'd be about right. But let's face it, he was Frank's eyes and ears all along.
Well done, son. I knew you wouldn't let me down. Now, where is it? My little Moon Flask.
First thing I did was stop. I don't care who you are, when you feel the cold hard steel barrel of a 45 against the back of your neck, you freeze. Raj leaves and brings in the vase. I keep thinking about Jamie. I want to see him again. But the kitchen suddenly looks a bit ominous and I didn't want to end up on the specials board. Thought about legging it. But Frank makes sure no one's going anywhere. He smiles and gives the gunman a nod.
Bye-bye, Mick.
Shut my eyes and braced myself. I knew what was coming next. Frank, on the other hand, didn't.
You silly boy. Who are these monkeys?
They're my new friends, Frank. And some of them have come a long way.
How much is he paying you?
He's not paying us. I am repaying him. He is a good man, with a good heart.
So that was it. A Mexican standoff. I had half a dozen guns on him and vice versa. Stalemate.
You silly, silly boy.
Allow me to propose a way out, Frank. Raj unlocks the door. I leave. You take the vase, and you leave. Everyone puts down their guns, and none of us ever talk of this again. And so as we don't overthink it, Frank, I'm going to count down from 5. 4.
Why should I let you go?
3.
I got you outnumbered.
2. Just think of the vase, Frank. The vase. 1. And I never did see Frank again. But I was happy to learn what happened to him. He presented the vase to the triads as an olive branch to settle a heavy debt.
What's he saying?
He's saying it's a copy.
Copy? What's he on about, copy? You know the bleeding trouble I went to?
Yes, but the original rain mark would have said Tongchi or Tang.
I don't care if it said chicken chow mein. He wanted his vase and I got him his bloody vase.
So the original turned out to be a fake too?
Yeah. Or did it?
Go on.
I told you there was more to all this. I didn't trust Raj. I caught him staring at me when he thought I wasn't looking in the job club. From day one I was being sized up. Felt it.
I see.
Then his reaction when Ali innocently joshed with him.
Raj, you could be the inside man.
Me? What are you saying?
Bit defensive.
Just a tad. And so I started to snoop around. And I checked out Ethel too. It weren't easy. But she was, just as reported, a publicity-shy widow, and it was a vase, and she was indeed called Ethel White, so that all matched up. Only I kept digging, and then I turned up a rather interesting anomaly.
Which was?
She's dead.
What?
Dead? How can she be dead?
She died 6 weeks ago in a Roehampton hospice.
Well, then who's that with Ned now?
Well, whoever it weren't Ethel White, that's for sure. So I called a last-minute debrief and put a contingency in place. Discretion was key.
Mum's the word.
Of course. Sly bastards, though. They had me.
Me too.
Especially Ethel. I thought I made a friend.
Ali was okay to make another vase.
It should be fine. I've still got plenty of the aged clay.
Ned had set up his illusion.
Double mirrors, some dark cloth and a flash blackout. I've not done this trick live since I was 17, but it's all up here still, in the memory bank.
Ned had switched the real vase during the blackout. Use of smoke and mirrors, and it was then hidden out of sight inside lot 454, the Oriental bedside cabinet, tucked in the full straw. Raj and Ethel knew all about the heist. What they didn't know, though, was that we'd switched the real one again with a second fake.
And so, where is it now? The real Moon Flask? Pretty.
It is.
Glows.
It does.
Not really my area, though.
No, I know, but come on, you're in the game. You'll know someone. You're bound to.
OK, I'll make inquiries. It might have to sit here a while. Cool off a bit.
No rush?
No? Good. How much do you want for it?
Well, it just sold for 14 million.
Grossly inflated.
Well, let's say true value. 10 million?
3 or 4 tops.
Okay, 7% of 4 million on the black market. 280 grand. I'll take 50% of what you get for it down the line. Bear in mind, I'll have to split my share 5 ways. I'll cut you in, George, down the middle with me, if you can place it.
I could rip you off.
Well, it's funny, isn't it, George? Crooked as you are, you're the only copper I can trust.
I didn't hear that, Mick. OK, I'll place it. In time. You're happy to leave it here, are you?
For a small retainer.
Go on.
£577 plus VAT.
In The Moon Flask by Paul Seller, Mick was played by Lee Ross.
You got everything? All packed up?
Yeah.
Good boy.
John was David Yip.
Where to, Gov?
Oxford Street.
Hop in.
It's my first time in a black cab.
Me too, our kid. Me too.
Chris was Richie Campbell.
Yeah, that's right, Gary. I mean, I completed my physio, and I've lost half a stone, and I gained half a yard.
Silver to Clark Wilson. Still Clark Wilson. Still Clark Wilson. Oh, that's 3 goals on the spin now for Chris Clark Wilson as his Palace revival continues.
Ned was Michael Burtonshaw.
I'm delighted to be here today with you all to announce the opening season of the new Bartham Rep Theatre Company.
Ali was Laura Molyneux.
I work from my own studio, and I'll need a good 3 months for a private commission. But what I can deliver you is...
Lot 655, a glorious late Monet.
Very late.
Shall we start at 30,000?
And Frank Ken Bones.
And a bit more ketchup. That's lovely. Gracias, senor.
Ethel was Marlene Sidaway. Raj, Tony Jayawardena. Jamie, Matthew Fenton. And George, Sean Murray. Tina was Cara Sileri. Jan, Carolyn Pickles. The auctioneer, John Norton. And the agent, Harry Jardine. The Moon Flask was produced by Sally Avens and directed by Marion Nankara.